Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5:30.
We begin tonight with breaking news. Fargo police have arrested 2 more men for their involvement in an assault that happened outside a Fargo bar last weekend. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. Nicholas Morris and Jason Oyen were arrested for aggravated assault. Officials say the fight was not gang-related. They do say the attack happened on Sunday outside Rick's Bar and left 35-year-old Joe Garsland hospitalized with a severe head injury. A GoFundMe page has been started for the Garsland family. The page says he's still hospitalized with a traumatic brain injury. His wife Laura was also injured in the attack. If you'd like to help, we have a link under the hot button at valleynewslive.com. We have new information tonight on a fire that leveled several garages in Wahpeton. According to the Wahpeton Fire Chief, Derek Miller, they believe the cause of the blaze to be a riding lawnmower. This video was sent to us from Jesse French. Firefighters were able to keep flames from spreading to nearby apartment buildings, but it melted the siding off. At least 1 vehicle was destroyed, along with property inside the stalls. No one was hurt. Our weather keeps improving and the temps are starting to rise. Let's head over to meteorologist Robert Hahn for a look at our evening forecast. Robert?
Yeah, just absolutely a wonderful day out there today with some light breezes out of the north and northwest and lots of sunshine, wall-to-wall sunshine, hardly a cloud in the sky across the region, and we've seen temperatures warm into the 60s and the 70s. Right now, 70 degrees here in Fargo, also 70 over in Valley City and Jamestown, 72 Oaks, 73 Sisseton, a bit cooler off towards the north and northeast, 65 Bemidji, 66 in Roseau and Thief River Falls. If you like today, you're going to love tomorrow, by the way. We're going to see lots more sunshine and even warmer temperatures. Right now, again, hardly a cloud in the sky. It looks like just a few high, thin cirrus clouds streaming over Lake of the Woods County and a few fair weather cumulus off to the west of our area. As we head through the evening here in Fargo, a nice evening out there. The winds will remain light. Temperatures will slowly drop on off into the mid-60s by the 8 o'clock hour and by 9 into the lower 60s. Another cool night tonight under mostly clear skies. Tomorrow, even warmer. And then going to talk about some rain over the holiday weekend. We'll have your forecast details for that Memorial Day weekend coming up right after this.
All right. Thank you, Robert. Slowing down is what can get you home quicker, according to the North Dakota State Patrol. North Dakota Highway Patrol, rather. Drivers on I-94 during the past 2 evening rush hour commutes have waited in bumper-to-bumper traffic. Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop joins us live from the pedestrian bridge over I-94 with tips on how drivers can avoid the backups. Ashley?
Good evening, Andrea. Right now, the interstate looks a lot different than it has in the past 2 nights. Traffic is moving very fine. It's going, no holdups or backups that we see. Yesterday, though, I-94 looked like a parking lot at the Fargo Dome after a Bison game. It was packed, back-to-back, bumper-to-bumper with cars. Now, the North Dakota Highway Patrol says they see the most accidents during rush hour, and that is what's causing those bumper-to-bumper backups.
For the most part, it's their rear-end collisions. People are coming up on the slower or stopped traffic at too fast of a speed. They're not paying enough attention to what's going on out in front of them.
Newen says I-94 near University and 25th Street sees a lot of traffic, along with the I-29 and 94 interchange.
The majority of our traffic in the Fargo area takes the interstate system when they go someplace.
Just last week, State Patrol responded to 18 crashes on the interstates, which is above average during this time of year. North Dakota Department of Transportation says despite the growth, traffic flow is not a problem yet. The Minnesota DOT says increase of traffic near Moorhead has led to a big change coming at Highway 75 and the I-94 interchange. Reconstruction of that area will start next year. Newen says to remember to give yourself space while you're on the interstate.
And try and increase some of those following distances because it gives you more reaction time to what's happening out in front of you.
Now, State Patrol adds, once you see their cars and lights on the interstate, get in the farthest lane away from them as possible, and that'll make some of the backups not happen as well. They also add when you're driving through a crash scene or an accident, make sure you slow down a little bit, but you don't need to go at a snail's pace. In Fargo, Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
All right, thank you, Ashley. And remember, you can get morning rush hour updates on the Valley today with weather and traffic on the ones. That project on I-94 and Highway 75 that Ashley mentioned will hopefully help ease some of the congestion. And you have a chance to get all your questions answered on that upcoming project. The open house is tonight from 5:30 to 7 at the Courtyard by Marriott in Moorhead. The meeting will address the timeline for the I-94 Highway 75 project, along with detour information and how it will impact your drive. 2 men are in jail, both accused of stealing more than $100,000 worth of equipment. Benjamin Smith and David Kopke are charged with possession of stolen property and possession with intent to deliver methamphetamine. And Kopke is also charged with giving false information to an officer. A pickup truck with attached trailer and 2 Caterpillar skid steers were stolen from western North Dakota and recovered near Hankinson. The equipment is worth about $140,000. To national news now. An Omaha police officer has died following an altercation yesterday afternoon while serving a felony arrest warrant. 29-year-old Officer Carrie Orozco died at Creighton University Medical Center. Officer Orozco was part of a task force serving a warrant for 26-year-old Marcus Wheeler, who was wanted for a previous shooting. Wheeler also died from injuries she sustained during the shooting. Orozco had been with the Omaha Police Department for 7 years and was a new mother. Officer Orozco is the first Omaha officer to die in the line of duty in more than 10 years. A committee charged with cutting costs out of a proposed new city hall has done just that. Committee members have cut about $3 million from the lowest bid, paring the building's cost to just over $27 million. Among the cuts, more than $160,000 to the atrium decoration and appearance, and more than $90,000 from exterior materials. But newly elected City Commissioner Tony Gehrig is sticking to his guns, saying it costs too much. He says the project should be redesigned with a goal of building a city hall for $22 million. The committee voted to go ahead with the $27 million project. It won't likely come before the full City Commission, though, until their first meeting in June. A big day for a major business in our community. Border States Electric officially opened the doors to its new building on 25th Street South. The building's design is aimed at convenience for both retail and commercial customers. And the manager of the Fargo office says the location of this new building also plays a key role in Fargo's development and redevelopment plans.
We saw a great advantage into staying centralized in the city. As Fargo keeps growing south, there's still a need for the north end to support the business as well. So we saw this as a great location, as a centralized point. It's very good truck access off of 25th Street, and we're excited to just stay in our old neighborhood.
The company's corporate headquarters will remain at its building on 25th Street North. Many people are satisfied to sit back and relax and reflect on their lives at the age of 80. Not Dale Sanders. This week, he started on his adventure to paddle the entire 2,300-mile length of the Mississippi River from its headwaters in Itasca State Park to the Gulf of Mexico. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson has the story you'll only see here.
Oh, great. Oh, isn't that nice?
Dale Sanders and his 4 traveling companions are looking forward to some nice weather on the river after several days of rain, sleet, and high winds since starting this adventure.
What inspired you at the age of 80 to do this trip?
My grandniece has juvenile diabetes, and I was wanting to do something for that field as well, and trying to raise money and raise awareness for juvenile diabetes. And of course, I wanted to set some kind of a record.
Now armed with a solar panel on his canoe to keep his iPhone charged for navigation and phone calls, Sanders is off on the adventure of a lifetime. He's from Tennessee, where he spent his working years in parks and recreation.
I was a world-class competitive spearfisherman back in the 60s, and I haven't really done anything that significant since. So I think that, well, if I can set a record as the oldest person to ever paddle the Mississippi River, and at 80, I think I'll be it. And I call myself the Graybeard Adventurer.
Sanders is not only doing this trip at the age of 80, he plans to complete it in 80 days. That's about 8 days faster than the usual canoe trip down the Mississippi.
This is about a 3-month trip physically. Do you feel like you're going to be able to do this?
I think that at 80 years old, I can do it in 80 days. And I believe that.
He mentioned that he was going to do it, and I said, well, do you need anyone to come along? He
What,
said,
you figured if
"I'd
he's
love to have
80
you."
years old and you're only 70, you can do it
Yeah.
too?
Oh, yeah, I figured it. I need to do it before I get too old to do it.
I believe that I can look back on this one if I can pull it off as the oldest person to ever do, and I claim the world record on that, the Mississippi River from source to sea.
So if you're thinking you might be a bit too old for the next big adventure in your life, you might want to look to Dale Sanders for a bit of inspiration. On the Mississippi River near Bemidji, Minnesota, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
Sanders is being accompanied on the trip by 2 friends and a 2-man crew filming the adventure. If you would like to donate to his cause or track his progress, we have a link to his website. Just go to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. Today is Red Nose Day, a campaign focusing on raising money for kids across the U.S. who are living in poverty. Red Nose Day has been very popular in the UK for 30 years, and the United States is celebrating its first one. In our community, nearly 6,000 people are living in poverty, and many organizations are working together to change that.
Red Nose Day is a national, international event, but here locally it's very important to remember that 1 out of every 8 people is living in poverty in our 2-county area, and 6,000 of those are kids. So we're having fun, but it's about raising awareness that poverty is here in our community.
For more information on how to donate, go to valleynewslive.com and look for this story under the Valley Today tab. And you can catch all the action tonight during the 3-hour-long TV entertainment event on NBC at 7 p.m. Still ahead tonight, if you have this gas range in your kitchen, you will likely want to get it repaired.
Yesterday nice, today nice, tomorrow even nicer, but unfortunately we've got some rain chances to talk about for our holiday weekend. We'll have that forecast coming up right after this.